Shalom. All right, Shalom. Before I get started with this live lesson, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai Bahasham, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who taught me this truth. Double salutations to all you Akim out there laboring in the house of David, the elect, that's pushing his word with all truth, righteousness, and sincerity. Shalom to you, brothers. All right, let's get right into this thing. Lord's will, this lesson is edifying. All right, let me share my screen. Salakia, where we at? All right. So yeah, shalom. So yeah, this is news and prophecy. Getting right into this thing. This is news and prophecy. All right, and let all of us keep a close eye on the workers of iniquity, the crafty counsel of the wicked. Okay, which are these top devils, the so-called ruling elite of Esau. All right, and they're all coming together in a meeting in secret to finally bring forth, their enterprise. Basically, a wicked sacrifice is going up, and that's why we know through the spirit that something major is bound to happen soon. All right, woe unto the inhabitants of the earth. Let's get that real quick. All right, that's in Revelation 12:12. Time is moving drastically. It's Revelation chapter 12, verse 12, and it reads, it says, therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, the whole world, man. Okay, this devil's getting ready to come down. This is woe unto the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he had but a short time. And who exactly is the devil? All right, who is he? Where and who is he, right?
Strong's G 1228. Diabolos. Diabolos.
All right, prone to slander. Slanderous, accusing falsely, a culminator, false accuser. Slanderer, metaphorically applied to a body of men. Okay, these are the men that are ruling the earth. Applied to a men who, by opposing the cause of Yahweh Shema Shai, may be said to act the part of the devil or to side with him. So this is an actual man, an actual body of men that side with Satan himself. All right, let's get another one real quick, because that's why Esau is known as the wicked and violent man. Psalms 140 and verse 1, prayer for protection against the wicked. All right, the wicked, the Edomites. Okay, Psalms 140 verse 1, it says, deliver me, O Lord, Yahweh Shema Shai, from the evil man. Preserve me from the violent man, who imagine mischiefs in their heart. Continually are they gathered together for war. And that's what's going on in this Davos meeting with the World Economic Forum. All right, they're coming together in secret. Okay, they're planning mischief. All right, wicked plots and schemes. Okay, they want to initiate their final plans on the earth of enslaving the planet in the name of saving it. Right here it is. They're talking about saving the planet Earth, but they're having a full meeting in secret. So this is how you know that a wicked sacrifice is going up, man. It is something major bound is getting ready to go down, Jake. All right. Psalms 140:2, which imagine mischiefs in their heart, continually are they gathered together for war. All right, that gathering, the secret councils, Verse 3 says, they have sharpened their tongues like a serpent. Adder's poison is under their lips. Salah. Keep me, O Lord, Yahweh Shema Shai, from the hands of the wicked. Preserve me from the violent man who have proposed to overthrow my goings. See? This is the whole intention of these damn devils coming together like this. All right? To overthrow your goings. to ensnare you, to ensnare the earth. Right? NLT. And it reads, it says, "O Lord, Yahweh Shemel Shai, keep me out of the hands of the wicked. Protect me from those who are violent, for they are plotting against me." Right? And we're going to get more into that, because that's exactly what's going on. This is why you got to be in. This is why you have to be circumspect, because the days are evil. All right. These devils are planning against you. Right. Going back. Psalms 140:5, it says, "The proud have hid a snare for me. And cords they have spread a net by the wayside. They have set gins for me." Salah, right? So the traps are being set up. Okay. So let's get into that, man. Lord willing, this lesson is edifying, you know. News and prophecy, baby. It's going down.
All right, let's get into it. So the World Economic Forum in Davos, and the globalists have flown in on their private jets. I mean, the amount of private jets is unbelievable. Now, they've cordoned off, according to reports, they've cordoned off about a 2-mile radius. So they know that the media is interested in this. Maybe not the mainstream media. The mainstream media would love to go there and just hobnob and rub shoulders and, you know, hang out with all of these elites.
They are doing that. They are the hosts of most of these panels.
And doing feature pieces and things like that, like the CNBCs of the world. Like, that's fine. They're not going to do any. They're not going to do any negative coverage or actual coverage, right? So they've kept away anybody else, like independent media. You're not allowed to get anywhere near this event if you are independent media.
Quick precept, you see? So they blocked this to the public. They blocked the media, the independent media, alternative media. As the Edomite was saying, they don't want any type of negative coverage because there's wickedness going on. All right. This is Isaiah 29:15. It says, "Woe unto them that seek deep to hide their counsel from the Lord, Yahweh Shem Shai, and their works are in the dark, in secret. And their works are in the dark, and they say, who seeth us and who knoweth us?" All right. This is the crafty counsel of the wicked, man. You know, all the top devils of the planet Earth, the so-called ruling class elite, have come together, all right, amongst this council. And what are they talking about? This is why I said all eyes have to be on E. You know, we got to keep a close eye on these goddamn devils, man, because they're plotting, they're scheming. Right? Same verse in NLT, it says, "What sorrow awaits those who try to hide their plans from the Lord, Yahweh Shemel Shai, who do their evil deeds in the dark." You see? The Lord, Yahweh Shemel Shai, can't see us, they say. He doesn't know what's going on. All right. And you're sadly mistaken, because the eyes of the Lord are in every place. All right. Proverbs 15:3. All right, Proverbs chapter 15, verse 3, and it reads, it says, "The eyes of the Lord, Yahweh Shemel Shai, are in every place." That's the angels, man. All right. Nothing gets past the eyes of Yahweh Shemel Shai. He sees everything, right? The eyes of the Lord, Yahweh Shemel Shai, are in every place, beholding the evil and the good. Right? So the Lord is watching. So let's go on.
Okay.
Which of course is the case. So these globalists come together. This arguably could be one of the most important meetings they've ever had, because there's a number of big pieces, things on the table right now. First of all, a central bank digital currency, the CBDC, right, where they will control all of the money supply. They will tell you that you can't go to the store because you've already been to the store too many times. You've driven your car too many times. Your carbon footprint is too high. They are very close to putting this in place. That's just one of the pieces that they're going to be discussing during this week.
Ooh, see, we warned you. You were warned by the prophets of Yahweh Shemel Shai, man. There ain't no cloak for your sins, Jake. You were told, right? Let's go there. Right? This is the devil. Revelation 13:15 will start there. Okay, that's CBDC, the digital currency, which is going to be exercised through the charagma. All right, the digital all that goes underneath the skin. All right, no way around it. Revelation 13:15, and he had power to give life unto the image of the beast. That the image of the beast should both speak. Okay, it's speaking. All right. The image, their system. Okay. The agenda, their enterprise. Okay. That the image of the beast should speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. And that's the times we coming into, man. All right. If you don't want to take part of the new system that's being pushed in front of you, you're going to be ostracized. You're going to be cast out of society. You're going to be demonized. You know, verse 16, and he calls of all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark, the charagma, in their right hand or in their foreheads. This is the new system, the CBDC, man, the digital currency. All right. And you're not going to be able to buy and sell. You're not going to be able to have any transactions. Everything is going to be monitored, controlled, and watched. All right. You're going to be at the mercy of the devil. Okay. Remember, his intentions is what? To be like the Most High. Okay. And he calls of all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive them a charagma in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell. You see that? You're not going to be able to do nothing. You're not going to be able to purchase, no transactions, nothing, man. All right? Everything is going to be controlled. That no man might buy or sell, say if he had the MARK in the name of the beast or the number of his name. All right? This is where society is shifting to. Okay? Real quick before we move on. Okay. Psalm 64. Okay. Prayer for deliverance from secret enemies. All right. All your enemies are coming together. They're being gathered together in secret. As we're watching in this video, as we're going through this lesson. Psalm 64:1. Hear my voice, O power, and my prayer preserve my life from the fear of the enemy. Okay. And there's different layers to this dragon, to this beast system. You know, you got the government, you got the corporations, you know, you got the so-called deep state, the Bilderberg group, the Trilateral Commission, these secret societies, you know, they're all colluding and coming together. Right? Verse 2, hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked. Hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity. All right. These are those devils. All right. The Yuval, Noah Harari, the Klaus Schwab. All right. Bill Gates, Elon Musk, all of them, man. And it's not a coincidence that Bill Gates and Elon Musk and Jeff Bezos, all right, they're all, you know, pouring billions of dollars into brain computer chips. Is that not a coincidence? Right? Verse 3 says, who whet their tongue like a sword and bend their bows to shoot their arrows, even bitter words, that they may shoot in secret. See? That they may shoot in secret at the perfect. Who are the perfect? The Israelites. Okay? All these agendas are targeted against Jake, man. All right? As we read in Revelation 12:12, man. He plans on coming down with great wrath because he knows that he has but a short time. He's ready to roll on the Israelites, that they may shoot in secret at the perfect. Suddenly do they shoot at him and fear not. They encourage themselves in an evil matter. They commune of laying snares privately. You see, that's what's going on at these meetings. All right. These top devils of the world are coming together to lay snares and traps privately. They say, who shall see them? See? This is the prophecy. This is what's going on right now in your face. NLT, it says they encourage each other to do evil and plan how to set their traps in secret. This is why this meeting has been closed off to the public, to independent media, to alternative media. Like you said, that no negative coverage comes out. Whoever noticed, they ask, right? And just adding on to that, you know, this article came out yesterday. It says, as elites arrive in Davos, conspiracy theories thrive online. All right. People are talking There's heavy speculation going on. What the hell are these top devils doing in secret? Why are they coming together? What are they talking about? What's going on? You see? Let's read a little bit and we'll go back to the video. Right? It says, when some of the world's wealthiest and most influential figures gathered at the World Economic Forum's annual meeting last year, sessions on climate change drew high-level discussions on topics such as carbon financing and sustainable food systems, right? Because you're going to be you're going to be charged for the very air that you breathe, man. All right, the sustainable food. All right, they plan on giving everybody GMO foods. No more real food. Okay, all your food is going to be made and grown in a damn lab, as it's been doing. This is why people are dying sick. Health is all jacked up. This is the world to come that they're trying to bring in. It says, but an entirely different narrative played out on the internet, where social media users claim leaders wanted to force the population to eat insects instead of meat in the name of saving the environment. Exactly. You see, it's out there. People know what's up. You know, the speculation. All right. Conspiracies thrive online. Okay. People are becoming hip to these damn devils, you know? So going back, it says that part again, let's read that again. It says, but an entirely different narrative played out on the internet, where social media users claim leaders wanted to force the population to eat insects instead of meat in the name of saving the planet. All of this shit is being done in secret in the name of saving the planet, right? Through its technology, all right? Climate change, all right? We're running out of food, running out of places to live, all of that. The earth is being overpopulated, the whole narrative that you've heard. It says the annual event in the Swiss ski resort town of Davos, which opens Monday, has increasingly become a target of bizarre claims. All right. See, what we're reading here is what? Damage control. Okay. Has increasingly become a target of bizarre claims for a growing chorus of commenters who believe the forum involves a group of elites manipulating global events for their own benefit. Experts say what was once a conspiracy theory found in the internet's underbelly has now hit the mainstream, all right? Because, hey, all their plans are being revealed according to prophecy, man. And that happened by the way of the prophets. Let's go there, right? 2 Thessalonians 2. All right. Second Thessalonians 2 and 6. And it reads, it says, and now you know what withholdeth, that he might be revealed in his time. All right. This is in a mainstream news article. They're putting this out there, man. You know, this is their way of what? Of combating misinformation. All right. Controlling the narrative. And you know 2 Thessalonians 2 and 6, and you know and you know what withholdeth, that he might be revealed in his time. Who? The devil, Esau. For the mystery of iniquity doeth already work. Only he who now letteth will let until he be taken out of the way. All right. So he has to fulfill of being the left hand of the Most High. He has to fulfill the prophecies of the wicked until his ass is taken out of the way, which we're moving very fast to that point, to that time. 2 Thessalonians 2 and 8. And then shall the wicked be revealed. You see? And then shall the wicked be revealed, whom the Lord Yahweh Shai shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, which is the prophets, all right, that are exposing him. He can no longer hide himself, the scriptures say, man. You know? Whom the Lord Yahweh Shai shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming, because Yahweh Shai is coming back with the heavenly host, all right, who's going to destroy this empire, this system, this beast. All right. Yahweh Shai is coming to take it down. This is why they have to move drastically fast. Right. Even him who's coming is after the working of Satan, as we read earlier. All right. The devil. Okay. Metaphorically applied to a body of men that actually side with Satan himself, that get their orders from Satan himself. Okay. Even him whose coming is after the working of Satan with all power, signs, and lying wonders. All right. And he's going to come with that technology to enslave the planet Earth, man. All right. By the way of the charagma. You see? Is there any more in that article before we go back to the video? Okay. It says, last paragraph, this isn't a conspiracy that is playing out on the extreme fringes, said Alex Friedfeld, a researcher with the ADL, right, who studies anti-government extremism, right? So those that are calling this out, that are speculating, that are putting this information out there, all right, you're going to be tied into anti-gov extremism, all right? All these things, all the narrative that we see that's in play right now. It says we're seeing it on mainstream social media platforms being shared by regular Americans. You see, people are coming out of that slumber, man. Isaiah, real quick, Isaiah, what, 25? Right? What does the prophecy say? Isaiah 25:7. And it reads, and he will destroy in this mountain the face of the covering cast over all people and the veil that is spread over all the nations. So people are waking up, man. You can't keep the veil over the people's eyes anymore. All right? People are hip. People are talking. Okay? Videos are being made, man. Whistleblowing is going out. Right? The Lord is allowing his men to be fully exposed before he goes down. Right? We're seeing it on mainstream social media platforms being shared by regular Americans. All right? People are watching the videos. We're seeing it being spread by mainstream media figures, right? On their prime time news, on their nightly networks. All right? So it's all coming out, man. So anyway, let's go back to the video. Right?
Yes, so the archetype of Davos, man, is unelected global leader who's making decisions for the society at large without having the backing or the choice of the people, right? So these are things that powerful people are choosing for us that we may not choose if we were given the opportunity to vote for them.
You don't have a choice. All right? This is what you dummies fail to understand. You don't got a fucking choice, man. All right? Your freedoms, okay, your so-called civil liberties have been taken away. And this is why in the midst of the bread and circus, all the bullshit that's going on, all right, they're signing legislations and documents and decrees, all right, to make you a slave. Okay? This is what's going on behind the scenes, man. Right? Your vote doesn't matter.
Or put them in power. So the program overview for this year's Davos, I spent the afternoon looking through it and thinking, well, what are they really talking about? I admit I'm going to go through this with a little bit of cynicism, but I feel like the last couple of years gives me license to do that. So let's just kind of put on our cynical hats. And if you feel less cynical than me when I present these and you think, well, that's probably benevolent, that's okay. You're free to say that too. But let's just see. Okay? Let's see. What do you think about that?
I think that's great. And by the way, yes, Rebel News is there trying to get in. I don't know if they've I'll check in with them to see what they've been able to get there. But they're certainly rabble rousers. And so I can't imagine that they're going to be able to get up close and get access. They're going to try to get attendance on their way in and out if they can get access. It'll be interesting to see how their credentials work to get into this area. But anyway, go ahead. Let's dive into these forums.
Okay, so let's just look at the program overview. They say, this isn't a critical Davos because the world is at a critical inflection point. The twin triggers, they're calling it, of the COVID-19 pandemic and the war in Ukraine rattled an already brittle global system. Economic growth in the world's largest economies is stalling while navigating headwinds from rising food and energy crisis. Now, my issue with this statement is that it implies that these things are just happening to us, as if no humans made decisions about these things happening. Even if COVID is a naturally occurring virus, the global response was, I think we can agree, disproportionate and run by the attendees of this conference. Largely, that's putting it nicely. That's giving them the benefit of the doubt. The climate in Ukraine, well, we're going to talk about how they talk about this one, as if none of them have any responsibility at all there. So let's go over what they think. Now, there are plenty of climate conferences, business decisions with climate in mind, nuclear energy, all kinds of, energy companies talking about this. They're not calling this a new world order, but I identified what I might think is a new term for this. Tell me if you think this sounds like a rebranding of new world order. De-globalization or re-globalization?
Hey, this is spiritual wickedness in high places real quick, because this is what they're talking about. Let's pull this up, right? It's from collapsenews.com. It says, alternative media warned you about everything happening today. We've decoded the playbook on what happens next. And you know what, you can read it yourself. Agenda targeting humanity, right? Let's just jump down. Okay. So, reading on. It says, we in the media have accurately predicted and warned about almost everything the world is seeing today. Widespread juice pack injuries, deaths, worsening inflation, currency devaluation, government instigated censorship, mass uprising, depop, all right, depopulation and worsening infertility, and so much more, right? It says, let's jump down. It says, we are the ones willing to speak the truth to power and to ask tough questions and to exercise independent thinking rather than blind obedience and contrived narratives dished out by lying liars, right? So let's read these points. It says, we are witnessing and living through what we are witnessing and living through is nothing less than the planned fall of human civilization and a planetary scale ethnic cleansing, genocide against humanity, right? Now, the points. It says, by understanding this critical point, we can make sense of the events being unleashed today. Aggressive pushing of the juice pack, bioweapons that maim or kill, skyrocketing infertility rates among juice pack compliant countries, accelerating food inflation that will lead to widespread hunger and famine. Attempt at total government control over all speech through censorship and deplatforming, an engineered collapse of the purchasing power of fiat currencies, heading into a reset of money, quote unquote. Geoengineering weather weaponization to disrupt food production and create crisis. You see? It says intentional escalation into World War III by provoking Russia through the proxy nation of Ukraine, which is going to spill over to the war Armageddon, World War III, in the Valley of Yehoshaphat, all right, which we are very close to that point. And it says the deliberate takedown of the food supply chain through mass culling of cattle, chickens, and turkeys. This is why you've been seeing these random, meat factories catch fire, all these different things. What to bring in that famine? All right. Mainstream media admits that we are facing, quote unquote, the worst food crisis in modern history. Is coming, man. Okay. Tom and Jacob's trouble will be like no other, man. Right? Any more? Globalists believe humans will soon be obsolete, and we've been hearing that on these platforms. Humans are no longer needed. Humans are hackable, and so on and so forth, right? So let's go back to the video.
That's their panel name, deglobalization or reglobalization.
Like, has globalization broken down to the point where we can no longer, count on ketchup bottles or beer or whatever in the grocery store? Or is this just a re-globalization? Like the New World Order, basically, right? Is that what you read into that?
Yes,
okay,
exactly.
Interesting. And look at these panelists are...
Ian Bremmer, of course.
Alex Jones, a huge apology.
Who does?
Yeah.
Me?
We all.
Yeah. And how do you re-globalize the world? Well, information control is obviously very important. So just like last year, there are a ton of panels on disinformation and misinformation, like this one here. Clear and present danger of misinformation. Public speakers by the New York Times. Yes, I really want to know what they think about misinformation. U.S. House of Foreign Affairs, Congressman Seth Moulton. Interesting, so many American companies and U.S. participants on this panel. I wonder if they will address the fact that the U.S. exports disinformation. In fact, we know that from the Gattaca report that came out at the end of last summer. We know that Central Command was perpetuating disinformation campaigns in Arab-speaking countries. And what if you don't want to participate in the type of information that they want you to, and you may be more disinformation leaning, maybe you're guilty of wrongthink. Well, this panel gives me a clue to what they might do if they think that you are involved in disinformation. Notice here, go ahead and put it up on the screen calling Disrupting Distrust. Does anything jump out at you? One panelist jumped out at me as extremely upsetting because why, I ask you?
Sarah Goss.
Why would MasterCard be participating in a panel about disinformation? Why should our money and our banking system be connected to disinformation? Well, we don't have to guess because we lived through the year 2020.
Real quick, prime example. The situation with Kanye, all right, when he started basically exposing the powers that be and those who have control over the whole entertainment realm and the music realm and the financial realm and so on and so forth. What did they do? They canceled him. They took his bank account, you know, they froze his money or whatever the case was. He lost all his endorsements. All right. So that's what's going to happen. You know, that social, what's it called? The social credit score, right? So if you're deemed unfit to society, these are the things that they're going to be able to do. This is the world that we're leading to, man. Right?
We saw it happen in Canada to truckers
Right.
who had their bank accounts seized for protesting vaccine mandates. We saw PayPal change policies to say that they can now fine you from disinformation. So I don't like that at all. A banking company getting on board with a disinformation panel. And what if go ahead.
I was going to say that sets it up for what they've been talking about. Like if you commit a crime or if you owe on your taxes, that they can just go right into your account and either like pause it, freeze it, and make it so you can do nothing. You cannot exist in society without your money unless you've paid the fees that you owe the government.
Ooh, told you. See, it's all coming out. You know what you naysayers and scoffers got to say, man. We told you. All right, we told you so through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shema Shah, man. Full control over everything and everybody. All right. Ephesians 6:10, and it reads, "Finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord, Yahweh Shema Shah, and in the power of his might. Put on the whole armor of Yahweh Shema Shah, that you may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil." All right. Everything that you're listening to right now is all the wiles of the devil. And we know who the devil is. All right. A body of men that side with Satan, that are doing the bidding of Satan, as we read the definition. And you got to put on the whole armor of Yahweh Shema Shah. You got to be fully equipped. All right. In these last days, man. Your faith has to be sure. You know, wisdom and knowledge should be the stability of that times, man. We getting ready to go into this thing. All right. This is war. Verse 12, it says, "For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, wicked spirits, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world." Guess who that is? Against spiritual wickedness in high places. All right. This is who we're up against. Spiritual wickedness in high places. Wicked people that have high positions of power. All right. The ruling class elites of Esau, man. All right. These are those people. Wherefore take you on Wherefore take unto you the whole armor of Yahweh Shema Shai, which is this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, that you may be able to withstand, to endure in the evil day, and having done all to stand. The evil day is coming. In the evil day, right? That word evil, full of labors, annoyances, hardships, man. That's what's coming. Okay. Hey, imagine being fined for saying something that was considered misinfo, man. Imagine that. Right? Pressed and harassed by labors, right? Bringing toils, annoyances, perils. All these things are coming within this new system. A time of peril to Israelite faith and steadfastness, causing pain and trouble, bad nature condition, in a physical sense, diseased or blind, in ethical sense, evil, wicked, bad. These are the times that are coming upon the earth. You know, the hour of temptation. Okay. It says, reading on Ephesians 6:14, it says, stand therefore, having your loins girt about with truth, having on the breastplate of righteousness, and your feet shod with the preparation of the gospel of peace. Above all, taking the shield of faith, wherewith you shall be able to quench all the fiery darts of the wicked. All right. And take the helmet of salvation and the sword of spirit, which is the word of Yahweh Shema Shai. So you got to be fully equipped, all right, in these times that are coming, because they're going to get bad. Evil times, terrible times, very vexing and troubling times, Jake. All right. Let's get a little bit more. All right. And we'll grab a few more scriptures. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. And that, Rebel News, I should point out, is Canadian. And so that's one of the reasons why they're there, because so many of these policies have adversely affected Canadians this past year, or in 2022. By the way, I should point out, Rebel News tried to get some answers from BlackRock, went to their tent, tried to get some answers, and they were kicked out. They're like, they're not allowed to go in the event. They're like on a perimeter, and they got kicked out. They're like, no, this is not an open event. You need to get out of here. So they tried to get some answers. Good for them, but they've been kicked out left and right.
Yeah, we'll leave it right there, man. You can watch the rest of this video. It's about 28 minutes, right? I just want to get to the scriptures real quick. Was that James 2:5? All right. This is James chapter 2, verse 5. It says, hearken, my beloved brethren. Have not Yahweh Shema Shai chosen the poor of this world, rich in faith, and heirs of the kingdom, which he have promised to them that love him. Verse 6, the point. But you have despised the poor. Do not rich men oppress you? All right. This is basically what we've been dealing with throughout this lesson. Okay. We've been speaking on the oppression of the wicked, man. The rich men, the so-called rich, the elite. Do not rich men oppress you and draw you before the judgment seats? Do not they blaspheme that worthy name by the which ye are called, right? Because Jake is not regarded as Israel, right? You're called by another name, the proverbs and bywords, But there's another scripture I was looking for just to add on to that. Bear with me. I believe it's in Ezekiel 22. Bear with me 1 second. We're talked about exercise, robbery, and oppression. All right. Bear with me. All right. This is damn, hold on. I'm gonna find it. Bear with me real quick. Might be Ezekiel 23. No, hold on. We're gonna get it. Bear with me. I want to get this scripture. Let me check my sword real quick. Oh, yeah, Ezekiel 22. Yeah, that's right. Ezekiel 22. And verse 29, real quick. All right, Ezekiel 22 and 29, it says, Ezekiel 22, verse 29, it says, the people of the land have used oppression and exercise robbery, and have vexed the poor and needy. Yea, they have oppressed the stranger wrongfully, right? And this is what these goddamn devils are doing. All right. They're coming with the full-blown squeeze. All right. All your rights and civil liberties are going to be stripped away. Right? Like the devil said, you will own nothing and be happy. All right. These are the times that we're coming into, man. You know, but many people are starting to become aware of it, you know, which is a beautiful thing. And as the elders were speaking out at camp, all this is going to do when they bring these next lockdowns is going to bring even more rebellion. Okay, because people are aware of what's going on. So you're going to see a great rebellion take place, insurrections, all right, tumults, revolts, seditions of men, pursuing the Second Ezra 15, right? This shit is going to be epic, man. That's what I'm telling you. Because these people, your so-called average Americans that are finding out the plans and the schemes, they're not going to go for this shit. This is why all of America has bought up the guns and ammunition. That's not a coincidence neither. Because this shit is going to pop off. Right? Second Ezra 15. Second Ezra 15 and 14, it says, woe to the world and them that dwell therein, the whole planet Earth. For the sword and the destruction draweth nigh. This is what we're telling you, man. The sword and their destruction draweth near. And one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. Right? You're going to have civil wars, race wars, insurrections, right? For there should be sedition among men, and invading one another, they should not regard their kings nor princes, all right? Full-blown anarchy, lawlessness, and they should not regard their kings nor princes. In the course of their actions shall stand in their power. See? A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able, because look, you're going to have the lockdowns, you're going to have all types of shit going on, man. Cities being troubled, you know, in-house fighting. It's going to get crazy. For because their pride, the city shall be troubled. See? The houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. And men shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. All right? For the lack of bread and great tribulation. The worst food crisis in modern history is coming. Okay? It says people on the other side of the planet are dropping dead from starvation right now, but most people don't even realize that this is happening. Unfortunately, most people just assume everything is fine and dandy. If you're one of those people that believe that everything is just wonderful, I would encourage you to pay close attention to the details that I'm about to share with you. Global hunger is rapidly spreading, and that is because global food supplies have been getting tighter and tighter. If the current trend continues, we could potentially be facing a nightmare scenario before the calendar year is over. 2023, the hopeful year that all these prophecies come to pass. Ezekiel 5. Let's add on to that real quick. Ezekiel 5 and 16, and it reads, it says, when I shall send upon the evil arrows of famine, which shall be for their destruction, and which I will send to destroy you. I will increase the famine upon you and will break your staff of bread. All right. And that's why you have a supply chain disruption, which is going to get worse as we lead into 2023. All right. More things are going to become unavailable. All right. Things are going to be more expensive because there's going to be a lack of goods and supplies. Right. So I will send upon you famine and evil beasts, and they shall bereave thee, and pestilence and blood shall pass through thee, and I will bring the sword upon thee. I, the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahweh have spoken it. All right. These are the judgments. Right. And the Lord said he was going to bring forth that cruel king. Right. This is Isaiah 19. Okay. As Isaiah 19:4 says, and the Egyptians will I give over to the hand of a cruel Lord, which is the elites, all right, that operate the left hand, who are the sword of Yahweh Shema Shai. All right. And I will give the Egyptians, and the Egyptians will I give over to the hand of a cruel Lord, and a fierce king shall rule over them, say of the Lord Yahweh Shema Shai, the Lord Yahweh Shema Shai of hosts. All right. So the Lord is allowing these devils to squeeze society out. This is what's bringing in the drought, the famine, you know, the supply chain shortages. They're eliminating cash. They're bringing in the new system. All right. All these things are in full effect. Okay. So once again, you have been warned by the prophets of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. All right. And I'll post these articles in the description. All right. Let's get this. As I talked about at the midweek camp, we are at the fullness of their sufficiency. This is Job 20:22. It says, in the fullness of his sufficiency, he shall be in straits. Every hand of the wicked shall come upon him. Right. So here it is. We're at the pinnacle. All right. We're at the climax of this man's enterprise. Job 5:12. Right. You know, that his hands, what does it say? That his hands cannot perform his enterprise, right? Because right when he thinks he has it, as they think they do, all right, Yahweh Shema Shai is going to shut it down, right? It says when he's about to fill his belly, and this is why they're having these meetings. This is why they're having these secret meetings, man, that are blocked off to the media and the public, all right? But it says when he's about to fill his belly, Yahweh Shema Shai shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him, and shall rain it upon him while he is eating. You see, right when he thinks he's about to eat, get off. The Most High is going to destroy his ass. He shall flee from the iron weapon, the missiles, and the bow of steel shall strike him through. It is drawn, it cometh out of the body, yea, the glittering sword cometh out of his galls. Right, those missiles coming out of the silos. Terrors are upon him. Okay. And they notice this is why they got to move fast. All darkness shall be hid in his secret places. A fire not blown shall consume him. It shall go ill with him that is left in his tabernacle. The heavens shall reveal his iniquity, and the earth shall rise up against him. See? And that's going on now. This is the reason why you have these proxy wars, which are going to lead into World War III. The missiles are ready. All right. You got average Americans, as we read in the article, that are starting to wake up. All right. You got a surge of so-called conspiracies that are thriving online. All right. This is the spirit of the Lord, spirit of Yahweh Shema Shai. And real quick, just wanted to bring out this commentary again, going into this chapter, dealing in specifically of this verse, Job 20:22, about the fullness of his sufficiency. Right. Just to give you a further understanding behind it. There's some commentary that was heavy. Just want to read this real quick. Okay. We can start up. We can start here at 3. Okay. It says, he shall be disquieted and troubled in his mind. Surely he shall not feel the quietness in his belly. He has not that ease in his own mind that people think he has. Exactly. Right? These devils are not in ease. They're not getting sleep, because they know that, look, Yahweh Shema Shai is at the door. Okay. It says what? But is in continual agitation. Right? You got the prophets revealing his ass. Right? He's being called out. You got whistleblowing. You got his own people turning against him. You know what I'm saying? Nothing's secret anymore, and it's agitating him. It says the ill-gotten wealth which he has swallowed down makes him sick, like undigested meat. Is always upbraiding him. Let none expect to joy that comfortably which they have gotten unjustly. The unquietness of his mind arises. It says, from his conscience looking back and filling him with the fear of the wrath of Yahweh Shem Shai against him for his wickedness, even that wickedness which was sweet in the commission and was rolled under the tongue as a delicate morsel becomes bitter in the reflection, and when it is reviewed, fills him with horror and vexation, you know, because they're not going to win. You know, according to prophecy, these damn devils are going to lose, right? It says in his bowels it is turned, right? In his bowels it is turned like John's book, in his mouth as sweet as honey, but when he had eaten it, his belly was bitter. It says, such a thing as sin is turned into a gall of asps, than which nothing is more bitter than the poison of asps, than which nothing more fatal, and so it will be to him. All right, he's going to perish like his own dung. It says, when he have sucked so sweetly and with so much pleasure, it will prove to him the poison of asps, so would all unlawful gains be. Right? It says, the falling tongue will prove the viper's tongue. All the charming graces that are thought to be in sin will, when conscience is awakened, turn into many raging furies. All right. The point, for his cares looking forward in the fullness of his sufficiency, when he thinks himself most happy and most sure of the continuance of his happiness, right? Because they actually think they're going to fulfill this thing and rule this world under the spiritual demon Satan. It says he shall be in straits. That is, he shall think himself so through the anxieties and perplexities of his own mind, as that rich man who, when his ground brought forth plentifully, cried out, what shall I do? He shall be dispossessed in his estate, that shall sink and dwindle away to nothing, so that he shall not rejoice therein. He shall not only never rejoice truly, but not long rejoice at all, because he's going to be brought to a destructive end. All right. So I thought this was heavy, because this is really, you know, the mind of the rich men, of the elites of Esau. All right. They're really in terror. All right. They're really vexed inwardly, man, because they know, all right, that this thing is not going to be fully pulled off like they think it is. So finishing it out. Right. Terrors are upon him. Verse 26, Job 20:26. All darkness shall be hid in the secret places. A fire not blown shall consume him. It shall go ill with him that is left in his tabernacle. The heavens shall reveal his iniquity, and the earth shall rise up against him. All right. You can't hide yourself. You're being exposed. All right. As the wicked, as the Edomite, the Idumean. All right. And this place is going to go out with great violence and destruction. Verse 28, and the increase of his house shall depart, and his goods shall flow away in the day of his wrath. This is the portion of a wicked man from Yahweh Shem Shai, and the heritage appointed unto him by Yahweh Shem Shai. All right, so you're going to lose. All right, so the point, okay, you know, keep an eye on these devils. All right, everything and everyone needs to know about the rapidly rising transhumanist threat. All right, we're not going to read it. The point was already made, all right, in the video. All right, but all these things have been brought to light, you know. So continue to watch, keep an eye on his ass. All right, we're not ignorant of Satan's devices, you know. So yeah, I'm gonna leave it like that. You know, I pray that this lesson was edifying, man, you know, informative. All right, to all you Jakes out there, you know, we're at the end of this thing. You know, the straight gate, Jacob's trouble is before us. You know, so get your mind right, man. You know, so I pray this lesson was edifying. We'll give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai Bahasham, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who taught me this truth, and double salutations to all you Akim out there laboring in the house of David, the elect that's pushing his word with all truth, righteousness, and sincerity. Shalom to you, brothers. Hey, shalom.